Hey, welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. All right, know that energy is fluid. Roles can be reversed. Flip it, switch it, twist it. Always interpret it as it best resonates with you. I always say, take what you need, leave the rest. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within my readings, which means I like look at everything, but I really take extra time to look at the spiritual blocks and shadows and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experiences. They're more healing style readings because there's many different realities that play it at one time. Your level of consciousness means how healed are you? How awake are you? When I'm talking about awake, I'm talking about realizing that you have the divinity inside of you, that you, if you can imagine it, you can create it, that your body and mind are self-healing organisms. So when you continue to relive the same undesirable life experiences that keep you stuck in a karmic loop and a karmic loop of disempowerment, of fear, well, it means that you need to incorporate new behaviorisms, new habits. You have to understand what it is that you're doing in order to actually change what needs to be healed. Otherwise, you never really transmute the negative energy. A lot of people have awareness and they say, I know what caused it, but like they might say, I know that I grew up in an abusive household, but they don't realize how that experience is affecting their relationships, why that experience is affecting their money. So understanding the behaviorisms that we form in childhood that is supposed to help create support, help create emotional safety, help create our survival, right? Whether that's mental, physical, spiritual, it doesn't matter. The brain doesn't know the difference. Whatever you've created to for survival in childhood, many times is what's going to be what sabotages you and blocks you from manifesting the experiences that you want to experience later on in life. So again, there's many different realities that play out at one time. Becoming aware and awake is understanding that you are not just the divinity, but you are also in charge of your own healing, and that it is possible because, again, there's many different realities that play it at one time. How healed you are means that you're viewing things from a more place of unconditional love because your energy when you're born is perfect. You are made of unconditional love. Even if, God forbid, you're born with cancer, you have one arm, doesn't matter. Your energy still is perfect and it is of unconditional love. Your soul's path, however, may be that you need to learn a lot of different challenges, like children that are born with cancer. They're born to have to learn those spiritual lessons such as persevere and courage and all these higher states of consciousness. And because we live many, many lifetimes, in this lifetime, yes, they needed to live that perceived horrible life. However, the next lifetime, they may come back as like a multi-billionaire, like somebody else that, God forbid, maybe knows somebody that went through what they went through in a past life. And that then inspires them to, start a charity. And they don't know why they started a charity for that person that had cancer, but they just felt, like when you meet your soulmate, that you like that person feels like home. It just feels right. There's a synchronicity, that there's a spiritual language, a synergy that's happening that we can feel. So again, we tend to perceive when we see people with handicaps or people like Helen Keller, like before we knew that she would eventually be a pioneer for blind people, that she created Braille, again, so that many blind people can read. But to look at her when you first met her, when she was first born, before she created that groundbreaking method that we're still talking about today, everyone would say there's something wrong with her. She's broken. It's like she's deaf, dumb, blind, mute. Come on. What good is she? Why would God make such a thing? It's again because we all have a path. We have to find our path. And the key is not to judge ourselves and perceive that we should be a certain way, is to allow ourselves our unique unfoldment process. When we are not allowed our unique unfoldment process because we're being controlled, then many times we feel like there's something wrong with us, and then we live from that level of consciousness. So understand the readings, again, are not just yes or no, they're transformational. So it might not be your cup of tea, but if you're someone that, again, keeps living the same types of karmic themes within your experiences, well, then this would be the channel you want to watch. All right. Anything of any importance, by the way, or relevance to channel, you can find in the description box. Please check out if you are connected to a Virgo, check out my Virgo channel. If you're connected to a Gemini, check out my Gemini channel, brand new channel. I did a great video last night for the Gemini channel. And then there's also my Psychic Soul Healer channel, which is the All Zodiac channel. Products, merchandise, and all other important information you can find in the description box. So if you're someone that's in need of shadow healing, definitely check out my shadow healing coaching program, where I offer inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to heal the effects of trauma. Because when you go through trauma, you condition your nervous system. Now you have anxiety, depression, and other physical imbalances that need to also be healed. So again, you can do that from the comfort of your home for just $7.99 a month. So check it out in the description box. All right, and the word of the video, let's just see. Now, the word of the video is always the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. Okay, let's see what it is. It's consumed, consumed. I feel like, you know what? I feel like the tables have definitely turned. I feel like you're connected to someone that is so consumed with what you're doing. And it's because you cut your energy completely off from this person. I feel like in the beginning of your connection with this person that they gave. And then all of a sudden one day they just showed you a different side of them. Like, I feel like once they thought that they had you hook, line, and sinker, then all of a sudden you like realize that this person doesn't really want a commitment. This person really doesn't want a connection. But they didn't lead with that. They led with, I'm single and I want a connection. And maybe if they didn't say it, they showed it through their actions and through their behaviorisms. And it, at one point, the connection had consumed you, because it was almost like this person was one person, and then all of a sudden one day they just switched on you, which obviously you would be consumed because you had grown an emotional connection to this person, and that's what this person was waiting for. And so I feel like, you know, after you kind of caught on, you never really gave to this person. You always were a little reserved. Still, like, you tried to find your balance in it, to be like, I still have feelings. I'm still going to talk to you when you talk to me. I'm just not going to put any effort into this connection because I'm not getting anything. And I feel like this person tried to do so much in getting you to give them attention that they wound up drawing attention, like forming a connection to you because they watched your life. It's like this person, like, I feel like they had a lot of options, but their options weren't they weren't good. You know, they were more lower hanging fruit. People that were more or less looking for someone to save them. So in the fact that you wouldn't become subservient to them, I feel like they watched your life, and your life kind of like blew up in their view. Now, it might not have blown up, but in their view, because what they see is you're hanging out with new people, you look good. I feel like some of you got new jobs. some of you guys are making things happen where they knew certain things, and the certain things might be things that you were doing within your career, or things that you were doing within your community, or things. And so they've been spying on your social media. And in that, what they're finding is that they became consumed with you. And I feel like this person is not used to that. They're used to not forming emotional connections. I just think that they got so caught up in trying to like make you become subservient with them that they didn't realize that they were growing an attachment to you, because they were like, wow, like you like you're someone that I actually would like to date. Well, like you really make things happen in your life, and I think I could be in a relationship with you, because this person only dates lower hanging fruit, people that don't have their own lives. So it always becomes really codependent, where people tend to get consumed with them. So they have commitment issues. And now what they're finding is that they're becoming consumed with you, and they're looking at their own life. So this is the underlining energy right now. Almost like very like addictive. Yeah, and but the thing is, it's like they don't know what to do. They don't, it's almost like they stayed stuck for a really long time. And I feel like because they really didn't want a commitment. They didn't really want, they wanted to be free. I feel like every single relationship, as I said, that this person gets involved in, it always turns toxic. And it always turns toxic because they're insecure. So they run into a relationship, tend to promise everything. And then once they have you hook, line, and sinker, then they're like, I'm bored of this. And then they're out. And so it creates a lot of drama. With you, you didn't fall for their natural, like their, I want to say their natural way of being, which is very strategic, which is let me, come in and get somebody to fall in love with me, get someone to really think that I'm gonna marry them, and that I'm going to give to them, and I'm going to pour into them, and that I'm going to nurture them, and I'm going to make them do that to me. And then once then I'll know whether I really want to be with this person. And that's the thing. It's like, and then what happens is they don't. And so now coming back to you, it's like this person is like paralyzed because they are trying to strategize their way back, and there's no way that they can really strategize their way back, because it's like you promised to be someone that you know maybe not promised, but you portrayed yourself to be someone that you are not. And now they know that you have trust issues with them, so they are staying stuck. They don't know what to do, and that's because they don't tap into their intuition, which happens when a person winds up in one relationship that's bad after another relationship that's bad. Like they're like, I want to be with you and I have strong feelings for you, but now that scares me, because now you have more power than I do. And not to mention, I have to come back and be humble. And I created so many facades and illusions of who I am that I know that you're never going to trust me. You might not even like who I am once I show you the real me, which is why this person is staying stuck. So it's almost like too much thought creates too much emotion, which is very paralyzing, right? Because it's overstimulation. And so it's almost like this person knows that they can't even, they almost feel as if they would like to blame fate, like, oh no, like it's not what happened. Like I just got tricked into like fixing something with my ex-girlfriend or my ex-boyfriend. No, I just had to work. Like they would like to blame fate, to be like, no, I just wasn't really around because I had no control over my life. Like where they know that they can't really do that. But I'm kind of feeling like this person, for a long time also would want lied to themselves and like blamed fate. But the thing is, they know that it's not true. And why I say that is because they're consumed by what happened, because they feel guilty. First of all, they feel like a loser because they see the type of person that you are. It's like if they would have taken the time, I feel like that's all that you ever asked for. And this person like didn't want to do it, didn't want to, because they didn't want to draw like attract, have genuine feelings for you. They didn't want to feel the way that they actually feel now. They didn't want to be consumed by you. So I feel like that's another reason why they stay stuck. I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you. Because this connection is like, again, is so real, it's too intense for them, but but their own feelings are too intense for them, because it's like they don't know what they feel. They're used of, playing games and where they go into a relationship as one person and not really being that person, and then leaving and not having feelings and not caring. And I feel like there's been so much time that has gone by, which is why would say, oh, like, it's not my fault that I haven't been around, when really they've chosen to stay stuck. They've chosen to procrastinate, because to come back means to apologize. It means to explain yourself. This person would rather, again, like blame like something else, because they know that it looks wrong. They also know that they wouldn't tolerate it. And the thing is it's like the amount of feelings and emotion that this person has for you, like I said, it's like too intense, but then they're not healed. So it comes to like a lot of drama, and it's very exhausting for you. And so, and what they would make a big deal over every little thing that you ask for, because there's a part of them that wants to be in control. So it's like there is a sense of, I have so much feelings for you, and then you're gonna come back, and I would like to again just be able to blame fate, but you're not gonna allow that. You're gonna make a big deal over it, and you know and that is what really keeps me stuck, because I don't really know how to fix this, but it's like I can't really let it go. So I'm consumed by this connection. So that what we see here is a person that really wants to like control. They want to control. It's again because they feel like that they don't fit in. They don't really, they know that they showed you a facade. Part of them coming in and becoming everything that you want them to be, that becoming a chameleon, is because there's really, this person doesn't like who they are. They feel like they don't have an identity. They don't feel like they don't fit in anywhere. And they wouldn't fit in anywhere if they just go around from relationship to relationship, pretending to be someone that they're not. You know, coming into a relationship and having a person fall in love with you takes effort, and it doesn't take a short amount of time either. It normally takes a few months to do that. And so this person runs in, and then once they have it, they don't want it, and then they again run away. So is that where you're spending your time between that and work? So of course you'd feel out of tune. But that's the whole thing. This person does that behavior because they feel out of tune. They feel like they don't fit in anywhere. So they would rather portray themselves as a player. They'd rather portray themselves as a rebel, as someone that's reckless, as someone that you know, is doesn't need love, right? That's where really it's like you don't have a cause to be a rebel, okay? Like you're just a rebel because you don't like who you are, and you don't no, you don't like who you are mainly because you don't take the time to nurture anything, including relationships. So what happens is you don't create good relationships. Thing is, with you, this person thought that they were going to play the same game, and that's not what happened. It's like what happened was you stood firm, and that kind of irritated this person, and it also made them have to look at themselves, right? And also have to begin to look at the people that they've been running around with. Like, whether you wanted to do this to them or not, this is what happened. It's like, and what happened is what they have is they have a lot of respect for you, and they don't have any respect for the people that they've been running around with because they know that they're shady. They know. And so, like I said, it's almost like this person's ego got hurt, and it was almost like everybody likes me. How do you not like me? Like, what's going on in your life? Are you dating somebody else? Or what's going on in your life that you don't, that you're not running after me, that you're not just falling all over me? Because people normally do. So what is that? And also I put in a few months of effort. I put in, but and some it's even more than a few months. Some was like a year. I put in a lot of time, and some was not even a year. It was on and off for many years. So they're like, why? Like by now, like you should have given to me, like what's going on in your life. So they became so consumed in that is that I feel like that's why they actually drew a connection. They became obsessed with you because it's like, why aren't you like chasing me? And I feel like because you knew who they were, it's that simple. It's that when you hang out with lower hanging fruit, that means that you're gonna be with somebody that you can treat them however you want to treat them, and they will always come back like a boomerang to the point that eventually you feel guilt, or that you don't might not feel guilty. This person never felt guilty, but they, would get mad, they would get irritated, they would run because it's like, I'm disrespecting you. I clearly don't want to be with you, and you're just going to keep coming back. I got what I wanted. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I might have said everything in the beginning, but I changed my mind. I don't really want that. So they tend to play a lot of games and hurt a lot of people. And I think that this person tends to get off on that too. It's not just the fact of, I awoken this love with inside you and now you really want it, but you're so devastated that I'm walking away. So this is someone that again, they're not happy. There's someone that's very angry, and they're very angry because no one needs to be like walk around angry. Like that's your persona. If that's your persona because you don't like who you are, then again, if you don't like who you are, then and you choose to stay stuck because you can't even think what you need to do, and that these feelings are so intense for you that you want it, but you also don't want it. Well, um, that's your issue. That has nothing to do with me. That is what I feel like you were like. I'm not dealing with this. Yeah, this person had expectations of you, but and when you first met them, it's like I feel like there was some expectation because of the way that they came at you. It's again like you of course would be disappointed and angered because expectations were not met. This person was a player. They never really, their main thing was for you to grow feelings for them. They don't normally have feelings for anyone. It's like they normally come in and they come out. They are angry because it's, again, you made them look at what was underneath the mask that they're wearing. Like, you made them look in the mirror and see, yeah, maybe you're hanging around with a lot of people, but those people are not me. Those people are not the type of, you're not going to get quality. What you can get is exactly what you're giving, which is nothing. Someone that doesn't really care about you either, but someone that wants you to either, pay their bills, or someone that wants you to sleep with them, or someone that wants you for what you have, but not want you for you. They see you as an opportunity, the same way that you look at those people as an opportunity, where I never looked at you as an opportunity. And so this is why this person is like shocked too, because they had expectations that you were actually going to do more, being that you're not someone that was there for an opportunity. So this is why they're embarrassed, because they also know that, like, they know that, like, you were around me, you didn't give me anything, you didn't want to apologize, you like stood back to me, like, instead of fixing the connection. Again, like, playing that waiting game is what I feel like this is what it is. And the person wants to just blame fate, but it's not. They had expectations that you were going to. They, again, didn't want to feel uncomfortable, but they feel uncomfortable all the time. And so, again, this person stays stuck because they ruminate over the situation. And it's almost like the connection is too intense. It doesn't die. It doesn't die. No matter how much time goes by, they still have those feelings. It's just, again, they're going to be like, I'm gonna tell you, and you're not gonna like what I have to say, and you're not gonna like, it's gonna end. And so there's a sense of, if I approach you now, I like, I don't know how to approach you. And I know the next time that I approach you, I have to approach you the right way, otherwise it's over for good. And that's why this person like stays stuck, because they're like, I don't want it to be over for good, is what I feel. It's like, but this person feels broken, and they also know that they broke a lot of promises to you. It's like that, but like I said, they expected you to be consumed with them, and you're not consumed. They're the ones that are consumed because of all the broken promises. Again, pretending that you make big things out of nothing. Them having expectations of you, but never giving. And then not really being honest, like taking, like instead of fixing a problem, this person avoids. And that is why I feel like with you, you're like, this person, like, it like is full of drama. Like, that's what it is. Yeah, where it's like, there's a part of this person that knows they didn't display any type of love to you. They know that they didn't, but they're, believe it or not, they are thinking about doing something with you. Again, trying to figure out how to approach you. Like I said, I feel like this person, again, like, if you're doing something within your job, doing something within your work, they're thinking maybe again that they can collaborate with you, which doesn't really make any sense. If they played so many games, why would you want to do anything business-wise with them? But this person's all blocked up. So again, they're going to lead with what they're strong with, and also try to give you what they didn't give you before, which is, okay, well, you wanted me to be in your life. You wanted me to be a friend to you. You wanted me to like show you something. So maybe we could co-create. Maybe we could, form a harmonious connection in the fact that we're creating together, because I feel like this is what they've been watching. They've been watching you, create something. And what they see is that you didn't run after them, you filled your own cup. And that's why this person is like, I could be in a connection with you. That's why they're consumed with you. They thought you were going to react like all the others. You didn't do that, when the thing is that they can't get rid of the others. And that's what it, again, is making them be like, first of all, I don't want to be with these people. Second of all, why am I attached to these people? Third of all, why didn't you come back? Fourth of all, like, I could actually be in a connection with you. It's almost like you put them in a position that made them look at their life and then look at the life that they want to be in. And so, but they don't know how to come back. Like I said, there's a sense of, they know that they have to like, that they're really strategizing, like I said, and they want to like create some sort of arrangement. Okay. Like, again, and the only way that they can figure that they can do this is within a job, or within, like, if you're creating something within your community, or within, you're doing something. This person, I feel like, is very business oriented. There's someone that is more comfortable in that part of the brain. So it's like they don't know how to come back from this. It's overstimulating to them, like I said. And they know at this point that they need to fix it. They're disappointed in what they see. Um, they know that they destroyed this connection. They're looking for an opportunity, but as time passes, they're feeling the pressure. They know that they can't say that it was an accident. I feel like every time this person could have come back, they there was some sort of setback, whether or not they did it to themselves or something happened. And then I feel like they wound up hitting some hardships and misfortune, So there's been a lot of time that has passed that you haven't talked to this person. But they know that they want to fix it. They know that. And because, again, as time goes by, they're not feeling comfortable. They're just looking for an opportunity that they feel like that they can make it easier, because the separation between you and this person it's creating a burden for them now. And so it's like what it is, it's almost like they don't know what to do. It's like, again, they're still like they're like, part of them wants to come back, but then there's another part of them that, like you said, it's like a coin toss, that they're like trying to figure out the pros and cons of being in this connection. They want to take a chance, but they can't decide, because they know they would have to, again, be humble. They would have to be different. They would have to take responsibility. They'd have to give more. This person would have to be different in the way that they navigate relationships with you. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, because people are creatures of habit. But so, again, this person, I think, doesn't allow their heart to make decisions. I think that this person has cut themselves off emotionally. They will not take in like, consider their emotions, and that's really bad. At this time, a situation or outcome is unlikely to occur. So they, again, right now, are deciding not to come towards you. Why is that? It's again because they're what it is that they're strategizing. That's why, because they're still playing fucking games. That's why they're still strategizing, planning. So they're not ready to come now because they want to come in at the right time. And that to me is like a game player. And why is that? Because again, they know that it's gonna take a lot of hard work to like to win you back over. And they don't know whether you're gonna be patient at this time. And there's a sense that they're trying to make more money so that when they come in, that they have more to offer. But again, I don't like the fact of, again, like that they know that it's, they look at the connection like it's work. And I don't like that. Yeah, but because this person wants a real committed relationship when they come in is what this is saying. It's saying that they want that you guys have a strong connection. This is what they feel. And they also feel like um they can't just come in and after what they've done and offer nothing, like I said. So there is a sense of they're going to want to work hard, make a lot of money. They know that they're going to have to come in and work hard for you. They also know that they have to come in with something. Like they know, like I said, they want to fix it, and they know if they come in at this time and they don't have the money, or there's any little thing is wrong, or they say the wrong thing, that you're going to be like, peace out. I don't have time for you. I don't want you. And the reason why is because I feel like wherever they are in separation from you the whole time, they might have not been talking to you, but they've been keeping dibs on you. They've been watching you. So whatever is going on in your life, and maybe it's just so much time has gone like away that you haven't talked to this person, that this person knows that you're disconnected. The nicer weather is coming. Maybe again, they think that you're going to be going out. If you're living here in the United States, like we're headed into summer. So again, that's normally when people go out a lot, and they do things. So you're going to meet someone, a lot of you guys that aren't here in the United States, like you're graduating school, you're some change in your life, or it's just been too long that this person has not given you anything. And at this point, they would have to come in and explain, and not just explain, but really fix the connection. And that's why it's unlikely to happen at this time. But it's again, they're like, if this is saying like they are gonna do it because they believe that they can live happily ever after. They believe that they can make the impossible possible. Now, whether that's delusional or whether that's not, I mean, that's what this person wants. They want contract, but I believe it's because, you know, you walked away from them, and like they had to be stuck with all the people that they've given time to, and they could really see the difference. We're going to go a little bit deeper because it's like, okay, so this person does that and they have feelings, but let's go a little bit deeper and to see, is there anything else, like what makes this person all of a sudden want to come back to you? Okay, they can compare you between other people, but what else? um I mean, it's not that it can't happen, it does happen all the time, but there are messages being exchanged through music and movies. So again, this person, like can't get you out of their mind. It's like they're consumed with you. So they're imagining that everything is reminding them of you. So if they turn on the TV, everybody has your name. If like, you know, if you're into a certain hobby or interest, they see that hobby and interest. Anything that reminds them of you, it's like is everywhere. And it's almost like they just feel like you're a soulmate, but they see a soulmate because it's like, I could live with you. I could see, because look, I acted like an asshole and you didn't like come and try and repair this. You didn't try and fix it. You didn't let me abuse you. And I'm watching you. And though you did trigger me, because everybody falls for me, everybody likes me. I just have to dangle the carrot. But you didn't do that. So why? What's going on in your life? And what this person is like, I like your life better than my life. Things are happening in your life. It's like, why am I hanging out with these people? Why do these people do what they do? Look who you hang out with. So it's like, I feel like they're not just consumed with you on like a romantic level, but they're consumed with you and what you do, like your life, like who you hang out with, like what you do in your spare time, what you do for work, like just everything. I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. So for some of you, this person's connected to other people that, tend to um take a lot of this person's time. And I feel like it's through their work. And that's why they don't really want a committed relationship where they have to answer to people also like outside work. But what they're realizing is in a good relationship, you don't have to do that. It's like even in your own job, if you run your own business, like you don't have to do that. Or if you work and you just do your job, a certain type of job, I feel like this person works with people that, that just like are very controlling. And it's not even like it infringes on the time that they would be to date. I just feel like the thought of being controlled all day at work and having to do for everybody at work and to be controlled, it's just, and then have it at home and date somebody that's going to be like that, because this is the type of relationships that this person has had in the past that they're like, I can't. It's like, I just can't do it. And what they see is no one controls your life, that you're a free person. And that's what they like about you. It's again that your life is different. Like I said, I feel like there's a part of this person that's very business oriented, that they're gonna try and connect with you doing something, creating something, like, and it could be something that's very simple, or it could be something very like business wise. I just feel like I said, they feel like they could see themselves being a partner to you. And it's because you don't need to be like up this person's ass. You don't need to control them. This person comes in, like I said, I think this person has a very low self-esteem, because what we're seeing here is like a theme within their life, that when they're in someone's life, that people tend to be very codependent. And then what happens is that this person then is like, I don't want to be responsible for you. I don't want to be responsible to take care of everything, whether that's within work, whether that's within, like, again, their relationships. I don't want to be told, but I feel like that they enter every relationship promising, overgiving, doing for everyone so everyone likes them. And then what happens is it becomes too much, where this person's like, even though that they don't have any hobbies or interests of their own, it seems like, and they don't really even like have deep relationships. I mean, real intimate, strong relationships even. It's just they want their own free time. And I feel like the reason why they want their own free time is because, again, they get into relationships that only lead to drama, only lead to, them not wanting to be in relationships, and fixing their life. Because again, if you are in a relationship and you promise to be with someone and you do, like, it creates a lot of drama when the relationships end. You know, people definitely want revenge sometimes. So this is what this person knows. It's like, and they're like, well, I'm not going to be stuck with a person that I don't like. They don't realize what they do. They're like, what? If I like someone, I'm going into the connection and I'm going to offer everything. And that's not really what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be fulfilled in your own life. And then when you're dating somebody, you let them into your life, but you don't offer everything. Relationships take time. You know, you don't know who you're dating in the beginning. And that's why this person assumed that you were going to act the way that they acted in a relationship. That's the way that they come in. They come in super fast, awaken everything in someone, fall in love with them, but then like a week later realize, oh, it was just lust, and then they don't want it anymore. And that's not how you're supposed to conduct a relationship. You show up in my dreams and it helps me process buried memories again. So I feel like they just feel this connection to you. Clear the illusions of the 3D world. Don't take everything at face value. There's a lot more going on spiritually and energetically than you can see. So I feel like this person isn't really showing you anything. And that's because in their mind, they're too busy strategizing. They're too busy trying to figure out how to come back. They're too busy trying to figure out what they want. So that's what that means. It's like things are happening. You're just not seeing it because it's psychologically, it's emotionally, it's spiritually that that's happening to this person where they're so consumed by it right now. But part of the reason why they are consumed by you is because I feel like it's a divine connection where spirit is using you to help like awaken this person. I daydream about you. Sometimes it's sexual, other times I visualize our future together. But obviously there would have to be some of that in there, you know, for this person to actually stick around and care. But the fact that, you know, you're not budging, that you stayed away, that you didn't give in to them. Everybody else has feelings for me. Everybody else falls for it. How come you're not falling for it? Why is your life so good? What's going on in your life? It's again, and then all that time, you know, playing chicken, holding back, stalking you, or keeping dibs on you from, however, it's again, that's very consuming. So, of course, again, they built up feelings and emotions, and they're like, I can be with this person. I can see myself being with this person. That's why, again, they're like, I sometimes imagine what our life would be like in the future together. Love like ours can change the world. Again, because they still feel that connection. Um, I'm walking home to you. I'm not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. So this person, like I said, I feel like they needed to completely damage this relationship in order to see what they wanted. That's what it seems like. It seems like this here you have a player, someone that, you know, dips in and out of relationships. They fall in love with falling in love, but then when it comes time to actually being in love, they can't do it. And because here it is with you, you're like, I don't care. You're not going to give me anything. I'm not going to give you anything. It's like I already have you pegged. And like I said, it's just funny because this person never intended to grow feelings for you, never mind heal themselves. It's like, because I feel like them actually growing feelings for you and taking the time to get to know you instead of dipping in and out of a relationship is healing. Like, you know, you're not codependent, whatever it is that you're doing. Like I said, they're like, I could be free. I could be in a relationship and actually still be free. Now, we're going to see how you feel about this person. And again, for everybody, it's different. But in this story, we're going to see how you're going to react. But more importantly, we're going to see, why did you attract this person into your life? You're a mirror of whom, what comes into your life. Why did you attract this person? What does spirit want you to know? Joy, that's actually a gift. Outdoors and nature, you're just gonna have to trust me. That's what it says. I don't know why we can't see it. How it's completely blocked out, but it's outdoors and nature. Water. And magic. Believe it or not, we pulled all positive cards here. That we pulled all gifts. Okay. And so what this is like you didn't fall for it. And it's just plain and simple. And the reason why is because number one, you have a great connection to source. Outdoors and nature is that. It's like you have a great connection to source because when you go outdoors, you actually are in nature, and nature is what God is. And that's why they would say grounding is very helpful when you need to ground, go out in nature. And why do we want to ground? Because we want to get our spirit back into our body. We don't want to be up in our head and anxious and nervous. And I don't feel like that was you. You're not. I feel like you're someone that's very grounded, very connected to the earth. So this person coming in with drama, you are already in your flow. And the flow is being able to go with the flow because you're passionate about your own life. You have, you know what your magic is. Your magic is your talents. I feel like you're happy on your own. You didn't need this person to come in to give you that. And so they've never been with a person that's actually happy on their own. They've always been with people that are looking for something to fulfill them, the same way that this person's a taker. So it's as simple as that. It's like it was to show you maybe you haven't had good relationships and you're someone that needs to see someone come back into your life and apologize and to show you your worth, because that's healing, seeing a different scenario of your situation. So if you're someone that again has dated people that have kind of not valued you, understand having someone to come back and say, hey, I value you, I see you different, and actually act differently is healing. And I also feel like it's for you to see that you were a strong person. And I also think that you integrated the spiritual lesson more, like you, whatever you were doing, again, your craft, creating yourself, this magic, you, whether you just learn the trait, which I'm not feeling, I feel like you're someone that's been doing it for a long time. So it could be your career, it could be, oh, on our days off, a bunch of us go and do karaoke, we have a hobby, we have an interest, we have a life. And being that this person wasn't offering me anything, and I intuitively was able to tell I have good intuition. I'm very connected to my body. And being connected to them, I wasn't able to really go with the flow. They wanted to control my life by, again, emotionally disturbing my peace. And this person wasn't able to do it. And that's how they were able to say. And so I feel like those are more gifts. And so we have to say, well, what are your feelings towards it, towards this person? What are you going to do? Let's look at, we're gonna pull from two different decks, and then we're gonna ask Spirit how we should end the reading, with what energy can we pull in? So let's see what your feelings are. I feel like, I feel like you've had feelings for this person. However, like because of the way that they acted, you pretended that you didn't have feelings for this person. So there is a part of you that like looks back and says, like you regret like hiding that from them, because you're like, well, if I would have told them again how that they were affecting me, maybe they would have maybe they would have, changed, or they would have been more open to like to not being afraid to be in a relationship, to see, like, I regret not, like, I feel like some of you guys, like, when this person did what they did, you also cut it, and that there was separation for long periods of time. And so you're like, I shouldn't have done that because I realized that this person is damaged. And it's like, and they had feelings for me, and I should have asserted myself more. I love you, and I feel like because this is a soul relationship, and I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel like things are happening in your life. I think that this person already sees what's going on in your life, because they're stalking. So, but I do believe that there's a part of you that's like, I always felt connected to them. I wished that they wouldn't have played those games. I wish they would have talked to me. If they would have talked to me about their concerns about winding up in a codependent relationship, winding up in a toxic relationship, if they would have talked to me as a friend, they would have known who I was. But instead, they had needed to, like, find out who I was, like, from stalking me, to see, which is very insecure. And I feel like that's why you regret, like, lying to them, because you're like, I wish I would have seen it for what it was. Instead, I saw it as they were being self-righteous, they were being arrogant. But understand, no one really is arrogant. People act arrogant when they're really insecure. I mean, do they know that they're insecure? No. People tend to not know that they're insecure when they're arrogant, because that's how the ego works. And this person was arrogant because they make money, because they're secure in one area of their life. They're not secure in the other area of their life, where I feel like you are secure in that area of life. And that's what this person saw. Yeah, so what spirit is saying is, like, in order for this connection to really to to be, like, give it a second chance, there needs to be a death of the old way in order for it to transform. So I think that, like, the relationship did die, to be honest with you. And then, but now it's time for this person to give energy to it, right? They have to give, which is what they're planning on doing when they come back, that they already know what they have to do. Um, and that's why they're like, I'm not going to come in prematurely, because if I say the wrong thing, I do the wrong thing, it's over. And it's because, it's been too long. I've played too many games, but I really know what I want now. I really know what I want because I had time to compare. This is the energy there. And you're someone that I feel like has had feelings too. It's just, you're like, I have feelings for you, but I'm not going to undervalue myself. And I'm able to really stand my ground because I'm filling my own cup. I have joy in my life. I'm in my magic. And as long as I'm in my magic by creating and doing, well, clearly, I'm getting attention, including, like, this person is changing, is watching, and that's getting them to be like, I see the difference. I see the difference between you and these other people. These other people I can't get rid of. I treat them like crap, and they come back like a boomerang. And it's like, I don't want it because it's suffocating. They're looking for me to create their life, but look how they came into that connection. And when they dealt with you, you were like, oh, I already see intuitively. I already see who you are. And possibly, not possibly, definitely, it's because you have always been in your magic. You have always filled your own cup up. So it was very easy for you to see this person's full of shit. It's like, they're not giving me anything, and they're not going to give me anything. And then just their arrogance of holding back, it was like, okay, I don't really even want to deal with this. So that's why this person is like, knows that they pushed it to the extreme. They just didn't think that you were gonna be who you are. They just thought that you were gonna either give in or they weren't gonna give a shit. It was either gonna be one or the other because that's what they've lived. They've never been like this before. Like they've never dealt with somebody on a high vibration before that actually has had feelings for them. So I feel like this person gives off a really good persona of who they are when you meet them because of, again, they hide behind their job and their money, but it's again, there is not good relationships. They're not strong within themselves. So we ask Spirit, how can we end this if we choose to be with this person? Balance. I find balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. So Spirit's saying, you can be with this person because what this person's like realize with inside of you is that you are balanced. That because you're balanced, that you didn't give everything to this person. Most people that wind up in a codependent relationship are not balanced. And that's because they don't have any passions of their own. They don't know their magic. They haven't found their gifts yet. You found your gifts, like I said. So your cup is full. So that's the difference where this person is like, I can be in a relationship with you. You're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not gonna like overthrow my life. And so Spirit's saying, because balance, the person has unconditional love for you. But when you bring love to your world by fulfilling your own needs, you don't need it. And then you take the expectation off, which most of the time people have expectation. This person had expectation. And unconditional love, there is no expectation. There is no ownership. So what this person saw is, I could be with you and you really have feelings for me and you didn't want anything. And I think that they didn't realize that either. I feel like they're so used to dealing with lower hanging fruit that they just pulled you in with everyone else and they're like, wait a minute, you're not coming after me again. Why not? Oh, you have a life and you're balanced within your life. And I do have feelings for you and I'm not afraid. And so Spirit's saying, no, this person is normally very codependent and they're ready to no longer be codependent. They didn't know why their relationships look the way that they do. So what they, again, needed to learn was that they can't come running into a relationship promising everything and then lying, which is what they normally like to do. It's like where that they have to start a relationship off by becoming balanced themselves. Because if they're going to be with you, they're going to have to like have a life of their own. They're going to have to fill their own cup up. And that's when we really realize that we have unconditional love for someone because we're not expecting anything from that person. We don't consider that person our belonging. We don't own them. We don't perceive that we own them. We just love them for them. And that's what makes this person be like again, I can see myself with you. I feel comfortable. I feel like I could be in a relationship with you because it was never that I wasn't attracted to you. But beauty is only skin deep. It's the fact that every relationship turns toxic, where you didn't do that, you just walked away. So again, Spirit says, just stay balanced and your relationship won't be codependent because the moment that this person like would want more, you wouldn't be able to give it. You would see it. You'd be like, and that would make this person either stay balanced or their relationship, they would go and seek somebody else that would give them more. But there would be telltale signs and you wouldn't be hurt because you'd be like, well, the writing was on the wall. But this person, like I said, is ready to evolve. And in that, they're going to learn to integrate how they can stay balanced. And part of that is this relationship is going to teach them that. And teach you that too. It teaches you that, you know what, you can be in the driver's seat and actually lay down the foundation, and in that lay your foundation for what you need for your own life that this person has to give, because they also don't know 100% what the right amount would be and what it wouldn't be. And you'd be like, well, why do I have to get a guy that I have to tell? And maybe Spirit says, because you need to learn how to ask for what you want instead of assume that they're going to just give it to you. Then it's also because you grew up in an environment that you weren't allowed to ask. So that would be, again, a spiritual block that you need to integrate, which is, oh, I have to ask for what I need and it doesn't feel comfortable. And Spirit says, well, that is, again, a survival mechanism from childhood that needs to be transmuted, and not just within love. However, will give you a person that you care about to help you do that. But hopefully you'll be able to learn that lesson and transfer that lesson to business and to other areas of your life. Because if you're too afraid to say something, then that means you have very weak boundaries. And if you have very weak boundaries, then people are going to take advantage of you. So again, it shows that you've mastered this, and it's partially the transmutation processes. I've already learned this, which is what we see, right? That this person, whether it's you, again, you learn the lesson, but transmuting it means that you're grounding it, that you're in your body and you're actually now living from that state of consciousness. So you would be in a connection with this person and you would have to say, yes, come over at 7 o'clock. No, I don't want that. Or can you pick this up for me? Or do you want to go here? It's, again, you're the person that's directing the relationship. And it's not because this person doesn't like you. You're kind of teaching them how to stay balanced by the way that you live your life, and also learning to be in a connection with somebody at the same time. So that's what balance is, where Spirit's saying, being in a relationship is also balance. You shouldn't be by yourself, but it's also, don't abandon yourself. And then you won't get into a trauma bond. That won't be possible because, again, a person that's that insecure is not going to let you have other areas of your life. So I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. You let me know how you resonated. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.